The entire build time is about 5 minutes. Welcome back to the Hillbilly Hack, the show that teaches you how to be efficient in a practical manner. Back to the chicken coop, I'm going to be showing you how to make a auto chicken feeder. Depending on how many chickens you have, only fill this once a week, 7, 8, 10 days. You just always get more of them. So without further ado, I will show you the required material. All right, so the required material are going to be the following. If you take a look at the cat floaty, you will see 4-inch 90, a 4-inch 45, a 4-inch cap, and a 4-inch downspout converter. And I have a piece of sewer pipe, which is the incorrect size. It is a 4-inch pipe, but is the incorrect size. Make sure if you're going to go with the PVC, you get the Schedule 40. It's a little bit more expensive, but that's okay. Also needed for this build are going to be PVC primer and your PVC cement. The particular one we're going to make today is called the candy cane feeder. That might not be the real name. I don't really care. It looks like a candy cane. I'm calling it a candy cane feeder. For the bottom of the build, this part is going to have a pipe coming up. This is the 45. You're going to take the 45. You're going to then take the 90. Then you're going to take the converter. And that's going to be the base of it. We'll get that glued together and I'll tell you why we use the 45 first and then the 90 second. You don't always have to use these two if you don't want to. In my area, it rains a bunch. And to my knowledge, sometimes water will seep in through these. So I'm going to go ahead and use the PVC glue to make sure that we have tight fitting connections that are watertight. All right, once you have your little J piece done here, before I glue anything or cut this pipe at all, I'm going to put this guy on there. Once it's on there, I'm going to stand it up vertically. The reason you have a 45-degree first and a 90-degree second is because you want the ability of the grains that are inside of this to easily flow out, and 45-degree angle is going to be easier. The 90 up here is going to be a little bit more dramatic, and the only reason this downspout thing is here is to make it a little extra difficult for the chickens to get their head in. And while it is in a J shape, if it ever becomes contaminated or waterlogged, I can easily and hassle-free clean it out with a hose. I have not glued anything yet. I've just set it on the ground. And I'm going to take a Sharpie. I'm going to mark the height. Now, some of you might say, why don't you measure it? Why don't you give us exact measure? Dislike, unsub. But what I'm going to say to that is I'm going to be the one filling this, and I'm going to get it to what height I want. Well, for me, that's going to be at waist level. I don't want to pick up a bag of feed and have to lift it higher than my waist. So at waist level, I'm just gonna put a little mark and then I'm gonna cut it to length. Once it's cut off, got the gist of it done, I'm going to clean that burr edge up and I'm gonna glue it on. And there you have it, one candy cane feeder. It looks like a candy cane. That's why it's called a candy cane feeder. Or at least that's why I'm going to call it one. The top is going to be 4-inch pipe. This is for Schedule 40. This is a sewer pipe. It's slightly smaller. It's loose on there. Probably going to find a sewer cap that fits it instead. And I will not be gluing this in because I don't think it's necessary. I just have it in there as a guard. But there you go. The entire build time is about 5 minutes for me. And that was including the filming of this. So if you're going to do this yourself, super quick, really easy. I'll attach it to the chicken coop later. Let's say this were the back of the chicken coop. This is going to go up under the chicken coop so it doesn't get rained on. I'll probably have it even at a 45-degree angle like that, just for extra measure so it keeps out of the rain. And then boom, waist height. I'll just have a funnel, pour it in right there. Nice and simple. All right, guys. See you next time.